Hello Melee people, here's a new edition of the EU Melee News Report. As always, you can add any relevant information you stumble across to the EU Melee News Report draft. You can also subscribe to this report in several formats, in written format, on the subreddit for Smash Europe, or through the news channel of the SSBM EU Discord server. As a podcast, you can look for EU Melee News Report or add the RSS feed in your favorite podcasts manager, or you can watch the video edited by Go on YouTube. Today's episode also contains music composed by Friezo. This is a pilot for future versions of the background audio for YouTube and the intro and outro for the podcast. I love Friezo's work and highly encourage you to check out his SoundCloud. Time for the Same 2021 recap. If you're new here, you need to know that Same 2021 is a huge European Melee online circuit, with one major per month organized by the best TO teams on the continent and invitational finals in December. Phoenix Blue was full of upsets and incredibly exciting, with more than 200 entrants from 19 different countries. It began on Friday night with the Smash Sisters crew battle, in which 6 teams of 3 people fought for victory in front of around 200 spectators on BTS Smash. This was the first time we had to deal with a large audience watching us, and thank you so much for the support. The Swedish Diapers team, originally with Snow, Bink, and Lou, the latter 2 replaced later with Catch Bandit from Norway and Exile from France, that's me, respectively, took the crown home. This was the first of 4 crew battles this year, the next one being at Sauna in June. All weekend was a big milestone for Germany. 17 players out of the top 64 in doubles were German, including the winning team. They were also the most represented country in top 32 of singles with 7 players. Not only did they beat Spain in crews, but they are also the top point winners for both singles and doubles this weekend. In singles, Triff returns beating Pipsqueak. Ice took 3rd place after an almost 8-month hiatus from major tournaments. We can also note a very interesting 4th place from Kinzo, the German Falco, who repeats his performance from Valhalla. These results put Pipsqueak in 1st place of the same ranking, right in front of Leffen, who didn't attend this edition and finds himself tied with the newcomer Triff for 2nd place. And now for stats provided by the wonderful Lefungo. 12 players in total have scored points in all 3 events, and 10 out of those 12 are in top 16 in the leaderboard, meaning they are currently in the lead to go to the December finals. In this provisional top 16, only Solo Battle and Ice entered just 1 event, and only Mint is in the top while having taken part in a tournament without scoring points, making 33rd place at Phoenix Blue. Mayhem and Nicholas are tied for 16th place. Counting Nicholas, that makes 3 not-so-top-tier characters represented in top 16, with Jaw Riding playing Luigi, Skullbro playing Dr. Mario, and Nicholas playing Young Link. Nebby's Mewtwo also scored points, but is not currently in top 16. In total, that makes 58 different players who have scored points in the same circuit, 3 events in. In doubles, Ice and Six took 1st place, beating last month's winners, Nikki and Pipsqueak. They're a new team in the circuit, and it's nice to finally see them online after both of them have been inactive at tournaments for so long. Rix and Kinzo went from 2nd to 3rd place, a stable performance if you don't count the newcomer team. And Knuckles and Amza ended up in 4th place just like last month. All weekend, the stream was spiced up with skits by Sin and Restless Well. Those were hilarious, and I hope you liked them as much as I did. So, now it's time to sign up for Regen, the 4th step in the circuit. It will be on April 23rd and 24th and will also feature Project Plus and Ultimate events. If you're in a tough financial situation, please message me, Exile, as I will be donating a few entry fees each month. Cool content from the scene. Leffen made a video stating everything wrong about Melee stages because he's a very positive person. Radar made a video profile of Pipsqueak. And Restless Well and Sin, yes, them again, interviewed Taraz about the history of his Melee career. National news. Germany issued a power ranking. The format of the ranking is very fitting to the Slippy era. The Greek Melee community have created their Twitter account at GreekSSBM. It comes with a Discord server, a Twitch channel, and a Facebook page. Check them out and support them. And now for some community news. Edwin Budding, who is fast becoming my favorite American, which admittedly is not very hard, has compiled a wonderful list of 95 European players you should follow. It's such a long list of amazing people, and it's always such a nice feeling to see that we're not completely forgotten on the other side of the Atlantic, even when we can't travel at all. Did you make the list? Should you have made the list? Tell me in the comments of the YouTube video, or on Reddit, or on Twitter, or literally anywhere else. If it brings engagement, I will take full responsibility for the obnoxiousness of this conversation. Leffen broke his hand. He's not going to play Smash for likely a while, so let's send him our best wishes and hope he'll enjoy getting to rest with a free conscience. Taraz has decided to take a break from TOing, following a severe burnout, which he talks about in a twit longer. After Phoenix Blue Online and all of his work seeding most European tournaments for years, we can only rejoice that he can take a break and focus on himself. Mackenzie announced that, after his impressive 9th place at Phoenix Blue, he's putting an end to his singles career. He posted a long recap of his relationship with Melee since 2001, which I highly recommend reading because so much happened in such a long time. When he joined the community, many of today's players weren't even born. And he told his story and his emotions in a really compelling way. Mackenzie will still be a coach at Korn's Academy, as well as transitioning from player to manager at Portal Software. For our trans and non-binary friends in Europe, I'd like to remind you that there is a dedicated Discord for you that has been maintained by X1 and Awesome Beef for a few years now. Gayle is worldwide but holds an European bi-weekly and is open to all LGBT people. The EU Women of Smash server is for all women on the European scene, whether on Melee or Ultimate or other games, and you can get the invite link by messaging Smash Advice EU on Twitter or by contacting me again, Exile0940 on Discord. And let's move to worldwide news. Since we're on the topic of gender identity, let's talk about pronouns. A few community members have tried to promote and enable pronoun use for commentary. VLERK made a tutorial on how to set your pronouns in Smash GG, and X1 wrote a small program that compiles attendees' pronouns for each event. If you're a guy and wondering why you should set pronouns because everyone already assumes you're a guy, it's understandable. It's easy to simply assume that everyone is a man in the community, and adding it to your profile shows that it's not so obvious, and that people should be mindful of everyone and not just make blind assumptions. This also helps us, the not men people, feel a bit more included. SSBM Tutorials is back to video making. Spark made a full video on optimizing netplay software, which is very useful to everyone. And there is a new tier list by PG Stats, the first one since 2015. Go check it out and start debating it, I guess. Probably. Yeah, just go and complain. And now for a new section following a poll I did on Twitter. In this section, I do a quick recap of tournaments scheduled for the 2 upcoming weeks. For this, I use the EU Smash event calendar, which is maintained in the EU TO Hotspot Discord server. If you're a TO, please make sure you update it. On Mondays, you can join the French Rock Ball tournament, the UK's Long Live Netplay, or the Nordics tournament, which I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm just going to read the Melee Mondays part, which are 3 online weeklies. On Tuesdays, you can join the Italian Melee Weekly or the Dutch Melee Weekly. On Wednesdays, Schweeklies, ran by the Swiss, is a ladder into top 4 bracket. On Saturdays, you have the Portuguese Weekly and Leffen's Levo. As far as the calendar says, there are no non-recurring events in the 2 weeks to come, the next large tournament being Regen on the 23rd and 24th of April. I will, however, be making a small exception this week to talk about doubles tournaments, even though they're not on the calendar yet, I hope. Shays of Phoenix Smash organizes a doubles weekly for UK players called Tuesday. I'll let you guess on what day that is ran. SSBM EU organizes Double Down on Wednesdays. You can also join the German Dash Dancers online tournament on Fridays. All of those links are in the description of the podcast, of the video, and in the Reddit written format of this report, of course. And this brings me to the end of the EU Melee News Report. Thank you so much for following us. Please share feedback as usual. Tell me if you liked the new section about upcoming tournaments or if you think it's completely useless. And of course, don't forget to contribute to the EU Melee News Report draft. This week, VLERK from the Netherlands provided a lot of crucial information. We need more VLERKs in this community. Shoutouts to VLERK, you're amazing. And see you in 2 weeks. Don't forget, feedback is a gift. Play well. Bye-bye.